World War II, the war that changed humanity forever. More than 80 years ago, the world descended into a nightmare unlike anything humanity had ever experienced. Entire cities were reduced to rubble, nations collapsed, families were torn apart, and by the time the guns finally fell silent, between 70 and 85 million people had lost their lives. This was not just another war. It was a conflict that reshaped borders, destroyed empires, accelerated technology, and forever changed the course of human history. But how did the world reach this point, and why did the deadliest war in history begin? To understand World War II, we must first go back to the end of the First World War. In 1918, Germany emerged defeated. The Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh penalties. Germany lost territory. Its military was drastically reduced. The country was forced to pay enormous reparations. Many Germans believed the treaty was deeply unfair. Soon, the economy collapsed. Hyperinflation became so severe that people needed wheelbarrows full of money just to buy a single loaf of bread. Amid this chaos, one man promised to restore Germany's pride. His name was Adolf Hitler. In 1933, Hitler became Chancellor of Germany. He quickly transformed the nation into a dictatorship. Political opponents were imprisoned or silenced. The military was rebuilt. Factories began producing tanks, aircraft, and weapons at an astonishing pace. Germany openly violated the Treaty of Versailles. Yet Britain and France hoped diplomacy could prevent another war. History would prove otherwise. On September 1st, 1939, German forces crossed the Polish border. Thousands of tanks rolled forward. Aircraft filled the skies. Mechanized infantry advanced with incredible speed. This new military strategy became known as Blitzkrieg, or lightning war. Instead of slow trench warfare, Germany relied on speed, surprise, and overwhelming force. Within weeks, Poland was defeated. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. The Second World War had officially begun. The German war machine continued its advance. Denmark surrendered almost immediately. Norway soon followed. The Netherlands fell. Belgium collapsed. Luxembourg was occupied. Then came France. Despite having one of Europe's largest armies, France was defeated in only 6 weeks. By the summer of 1940, Nazi Germany controlled most of Western Europe. Only one major power remained unconquered: Great Britain. The Battle of Britain became Hitler's first major defeat. The Royal Air Force successfully defended British skies, preventing a German invasion. In June 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, the largest land invasion in human history. More than 3 million German soldiers invaded the Soviet Union. The war had entered a new and even more devastating phase. Then, on December 7th, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Within hours, the United States entered the war. The conflict was no longer limited to Europe. It had become a truly global war, stretching across Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Pacific Ocean. As the war continued, the balance of power slowly began to change. Germany suffered a devastating defeat at Stalingrad. In the Pacific, Japan lost 4 aircraft carriers during the Battle of Midway. These battles marked important turning points in the war. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces launched the D-Day invasion of Normandy. More than 150,000 soldiers landed on the beaches of northern France. The liberation of Western Europe had begun. German forces were now retreating on multiple fronts. In May 1945, Germany officially surrendered. The war in Europe had come to an end, but the conflict continued in the Pacific. In August 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Facing unprecedented destruction, Japan surrendered shortly afterward. World War II was finally over. Its consequences, however, would shape the modern world. The United Nations was established to promote international cooperation, and the Cold War soon divided the world into rival superpowers. New technologies developed during the war transformed both military and civilian life. The borders of many nations were redrawn, and the lessons of this conflict continue to influence global politics even today. World War II ended in 1945, but its legacy remains with us, reminding humanity of both the devastating cost of war and the enduring importance of peace. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this docu,